Welcome back to Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition, where we just spent our time in a huge boss fight and now are finally ready to go back. One of the looted items, by the way, was the staff, which is a wand that's only usable by the priestess. I should rest. In case there's another fight, I should really rest. Oh no, this is the only end that I can rest in. Down there. Royal room. And done. Okay. Let's go into the Flaming Fist headquarters to say them that we did accomplish not really anything but learned where to accomplish some things. Where's Scar? Maybe up here? Oh, let's talk to the Duke.
Greetings, taxpayers. I am Duke Eltern, commander of the Flaming Fist.
I'm glad to have you back, so what have you learned so far? Oh, this sounds like a point of no return thing. Let's try. We know that any incriminating evidence would be found with Rielta, the overall leader of the Iron Throne in Baldur's Gate. He's currently supposed to be at Candlekeep on some sort of business. Then there's only one thing to do. Travel to Candlekeep and... Oh, he was the guy I gave the sly voice, no? And there's only one thing to do. Travel to Candlekeep and learn what they're doing there. Whatever it is, it can bode well for the fortunes of this city. Take this book. Without it, the keeper of the portal won't allow you entrance into the library. Here's also the reward money that I promised you.
Your journey has come full circle. Duke Elton has asked that you travel back to Candlekeep, where you must spy upon the leaders of the Iron Throne. While it troubles you that such evil men now make use of the Great Library, and you wish the circumstances of your visit would be different, it will still be a pleasure to return to your former home.
Wait for a second. I want to make a hard save here. In case it's a point of no return. Point of no return? Question mark? Point. That's not how you write point. Point of no return. Question mark. Okay.
Greetings, taxpayers. I am Duke Eltern, commander of...
Your journey...
Okay. That's the keeper of the portal. I assume we wouldn't be able
would be proud of your actions.
to enter here.
Hold, travelers! Before you will be allowed entrance, you must donate a tome of great value to our libraries.
We have the book you require. You've met the requirements to gain entry to our most holy library. It is fine to see the Shite of Gorion once again within these hallowed grounds. Please have your less civilized friends refrain from causing trouble. We are very strict with the letter of the law, as you well know, Joe. I've returned. I must find Rieta and expose his connection to recent events. I should head to the Candlekeep right away. Okay, we can't leave Candlekeep now. Okay. Is this a point of no return or not? I want to do the Tales of the Sword Coast thing. But I was already warned that that had a point of no return in it as well. Salutations, I'm Cadderly, a visitor of Candlekeep like yourselves. Pardon me if I seem out of sorts, but the journey has been long and treacherous and my labors age me so. May I inquire as to your name? I'm certain I have seen your face before, but I cannot fully place it. I am Joe and I called this place home for many years. Joe, then I know you well, though you may be hard-pressed to remember. I was last here years ago and conferred with your foster father as you were off to course. I'm not much your senior, really. I'm certain you tire of hearing it, and that Legion have told you the same, but Gorion was well known to me. His death has been mourned by many. I have received sympathy from many a person I have never met before. Who was he to receive such adulation? Simple respect is all that it is. Gorion did many good things for many people. When last I spoke with him, I was barely acquainted with his fellows myself, but those who harp do tend to keep to themselves their affiliations. What? That sentence makes no sense. Whatever. He was a long-standing member, from what I understand. Likely he said nothing to you because he wished your Shite to be as normal as possible. I suppose all parents wish this, whether the Shite is theirs or not. I've yet to meet anyone who made claim to achieving it, though. How do you wager you have fared? Those who harp. Okay. As well as can be expected, though I have learned much about myself that perhaps was better left unknown. Would that I had a gold coin for every person I have heard say such a thing. I am sure your troubles vary greatly from my own experience, but we all have trials we must overcome. We all have a side that should not see the light of day too often. What matters is how much strength you wish to let it have. But such words are better saved for classes and meditations, not for reunions. I will take my leave, though perhaps I shall see you again before I am to go. The tomes of Candlekeep are very nearly endless. I am sure to be here for a 10-day at least. There are some within the Candlekeep who wish to speak with you, so it would be wise of you to visit there sometime. Farewell, my friend. I met an old friend of Gorion's today. Cadderly was his name. He recognized me from previous visits to Candlekeep. He did not appear to be much older than I am, but he seemed possessed of an understanding that defies his years. I wish I had had the time to speak with him further. But now he disappears into nothingness. Okay, then let's go to the Candlekeep. Let's talk to Fludia. I don't remember you.
Hello there.
Why, hello, have you seen my book? Wait, no, you found that already, didn't you? Or I just don't know anymore. You haven't been around lately, have you? Never change, Flydia. We love you just the way you are. Why, that's enough to make an old woman blush. Gorion, sure you raised a charmer in you. Okay, so we can go around to speak to some people, but let's go inside. Immediately look for the Unicorn Run book. That's a normal book. Okay, that's a normal book. Did they run out of books to put here? History of Kalimshan, I'm sure I read that. There's a reader in front of a thing that doesn't get... And a person named Karen. Joe, my child, look at you. Your face has gained some new lines since the days when I tutored you. Ah, Karen, you speak true, but it's not your fault. You prepared me as well as you could for what lay beyond these walls. I just pray that I am prepared for what I shall find within them now that I have returned. Why? What is wrong here? Shall I tell the Watchers? Yes, call the Watchers, but first tell me if you have seen anything strange about the library today. Strange? Why yes, that's just the word I would have used for that koveraS fellow. He was right here beside me, taking alumnus prophecies from their place on the shelf and reading them. I could hear his voice, recognize the seer's words upon his quiet breath, but when I turned to steal a glance at him from the corner of my eye, it was the strangest thing. His eyes were closed and he was reciting page after page, as if from memory. He heard your footsteps, it seems, and wandered off. I was just returning the prophecies to their rightful place here. It might be wise to take a look if this koveraS is dangerous, though I'm afraid I'm too old and bookish to be more than a hindrance. Forgive me, but I must leave you now. According to my old tutor Karen, a visitor named koveraS has demonstrated more than passing familiarity with the prophecies of Alunus the Seer. Perhaps I should refresh my own memories of the prophecies. Afterward, I would like to question this koveraS. And then there's a reader here.
Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hey, I remember you. Your father was Gorion, wasn't it? You should see all of the strange fellows who've come to the keep these days. 3 men work for that mercantile organization, Ironthorn, I think they called it. They've been meeting with the 2 spookiest people I've ever seen. It's like clockwork. Every day they meet on the 3rd floor to discuss who knows what kind of dastardly plots. Haha, I'm sure they're just boring old merchants counting the money. And now it works, this one, so it has the prophecies. No, it has the Deus one. We just read that. Last or second to last episode. This is the history of Cormier. We already read that, I'm sure.
I think we all deserve a pat on the back. Excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
You are the same reader as the last one. It's the history of Zambia. I'm pretty sure that I'll be missing out on 1 or 2 or 3 books by going through it like this. Oh, this is a fully sorted library. Gondegil the Lost King. Roleplay spanned the ladder. During the days of the Avatar, the Lords of Murder will spawn a score of mortal progeny. These offspring will be lined good and evil, but chaos will flow through them all. When the beast's bastard children come of age, they will bring havoc to the lands of the Sword Coast. One of these children must rise above the rest and claim their father's legacy. This inheritor will shape the history of the Sword Coast for centuries to come. I think that's the prophecy here. The Lord of Murder will spawn a score of mortal progeny. We bring havoc, but one of us must rise and claim my father's legacy. Okay. I assume that's the prophecy I should read. I should have read. And Harua. Nothing. The spawn of the Lord of Murder are fated to come into their inheritance through bloodshed and misery. It is the hope of their father that only one shall remain alive to inherit his legacy. I foresee that the children of Baal shall kill each other in a bloody massacre. So I'm a child of Baal. Oh my god. That's the history of the Moonsea, we already read that.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Well, dip me in broth and call me stewed if it isn't Little Joe. Why, I haven't seen you for nearly quite some time anyway. Hello Theodon, how have you been? I still remember you running around about the keep in your little swaddling clothes, pestering the elders and spooking the cows. Ain't that right, Jessup? Surely was. Yep, of course you never did stay in those wrecks of yours long. Yes, I remember, but how have you been? You'd be naked as a jayboard the moment someone turned their back on you. I remember the day that fella Blackstaff came floating in, and there you were, tearing around the outer keep with Gorion hot on your trail. Took the cloth right off his back, you did, and made yourself just the cutest little... Yes, I remember. Could we drop it, please? How have you been? Wait, I remember it all now. There was Calvin Blackstaff trying his hardest to look important while you ran through the stables with his cape tied around your waist. Such a lark, Jessup? I thought I'd catch my death from laughing, I did. You and me both. Gorion was shaking like a leaf. He was so mad. As fun as this has been, I should really be going. Nobody was sure what to do, and then Calvin mutters some words and catches you by the scruff of the neck with some sort of spectral hand. He hauls you out and drops you right in front of him, grabbing his filthy cape in the process. Everyone was scared. They were, weren't they, Jessup? Sure enough, scared witless. Yep, then old Calvin bursts out in the biggest laugh you've ever heard. Everyone in the keep was laughing like mad, except you, Joe. You just stood there naked as the day you were gone and wondering what the fuss was about. I tell you, those were the days. Yes, I think I'll be going now. Yeah, certain, little one. Stop by any old time, though. I've got some paintings of you as a youngster. I'm sure your little friends would love to see you. Remember the one of Joe and the bearskin rug, Jessup? Surely do, in the buff as usual. Cute as a bug you were. Go play with your friends now, go on. He took the most complicated path possible out of here. Also, I'm pretty sure that I didn't read all these books all the time, because there are some that whose name I don't remember. Like Gorion? Pretty sure I didn't read that name at all until now. Moonsea, of course, we had that.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Ah, hello, young one. I trust you are keeping out of trouble. Of course you are. Run along and play with your little friends now. History of Estegund.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
That's a knock spell. Dorpa and War the Golden. And Shadowdale the First. I'm pretty sure he has that in his pocket. 2, 5, 6, 1. Talk to this reader.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Same one again. Shadowdale 2. Nothing. And here the cooks. Okay, not the reader. One of you go to the stairs. Let's ascend to the second story of this building. And hope that the boss fight at the third story isn't that
Our library is a man's harem
difficult.
of knowledge.
Hear in the turrets, a great host will come from the east like a plague of locusts. So saith the wise Alonzo.
You need something, stranger?
Who is speaking to me first? koveraS. I thought I might find you somewhere around here. Allow me to introduce myself. Please do. My name's koveraS. I used to work for your father, running messages to his harper friends in Waterdeep. Before he passed on, he entrusted this ring to me and asked that I give it to you should evil ever befall him. Will you take it? If it is my father's will, then I shall wear it. Thank you for your kindness to him, koveraS. Wear it with your father's pride about you, then before you go, listen to me well. The leaders of the Iron Throne are here in the keep even as we speak. They are at their weakest and most unprotected. If you ever hope to kill them, now is the time. Now go, the Iron Throne awaits you. koveraS surprised me suggesting I kill the leaders of the Iron Throne while they're here in Candlekeep. I don't know whether that's the right course, but it certainly would be convenient. Hello, Joe. It's good to see you here once again. A pity you couldn't have returned during more restful time. Why? What's going on that would cause you such stress? Oh, it's nothing, I'm sure. It's just that, well, things seem a little strange around here. Those decidedly unmerchant-like merchants, for one. And some of our own monks are acting odd as well. One fellow in particular. Really, and who would that be? Well, there's this fellow named koveraS. I assume he's visiting sage of some sort, but he seems more interested in our guests than the tomes. He makes me nervous. I think he has had the same effect on others as well. Young Shistel has been out of sorts for days now. He's not thick-skinned as I. You remember how nervous he used to be? He's quite the opposite now. Seems like a totally different person. I worry about him. I should go. It's been nice speaking with you. My name koveraS gave me a ring, instructed me to assault Rielta while he is at his weakest and does not suspect my intention. A tempting plan, as it could stop the schemes of the Iron Throne right away, but there could be another way. My old friend Benders had noticed something peculiar about recent visitors to Candlekeep. In particular, he noticed unmerchant-like merchants and a sage named koveraS who arrived at about the same time. Okay. I hope you didn't put it on. Okay. This ring is several of itself, originally crafted to protect the son of King Caster Deves, who uttered the enchantment. Is unknown. History records that the ring remained within the family for at least 13 generations. Enmity between the king and the family of the creator may be to blame. It has no other effect. That's the same as the ring of princes. Okay. Okay, we need to find a way to the next floor. Ah, we have the
Lord
ring.
of murder shall perish, but in his doom he shall spawn a score of mortal progeny. Chaos will be sown from their passage, so saith the wise Alondo.
Are you done? Okay. Joe, you look distressed. What is it, child? There's trouble here, Shanta. You must help me. You are right, I've heard it too. Pray tell me how this aging frame can help you. As Shanta, you know the history of this keep better than any other. I've grown up here, I've played within its walls, but there were many places I was never allowed to go. I'm older now and I will go where I must, but please, are there any places in this keep of which I was never told? What right have you asked that, child? I'm not a child anymore, Shanta. This entire keep is in danger, even its most secret and sacred places. Please, Shanta, Gorion would have had it so. I'm growing old, and the young are not so young anymore, nor the carefree so carefree. Alun is a seer, the one who founded this fortress of knowledge and whose prophecies I chant each day. He is entombed deep in the bowels of this place. I tell you this, Joe, because you're right. It is time you knew. But I beg of you, in Gorion's name, do not venture into those trapped and warded holes unless some higher power than myself bids you to go. Your stepfather would never forgive me for your loss. I must go now, child. Joe, it's time to chant the seer's prophecies as I always have. Candlekeep holds many secrets, but I have discovered one of them at last. Shanta says crypts lie beneath the keep, holding the remains of Aloysia and who knows who else. Unfortunately, Shanta could tell me nothing of the dangers in the crypts, instead imploring me not to enter them. Okay, let's talk to the reader.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Last March of the Giants, we read that. Luck. Have that, I think. Always good to have luck.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
I'm studying the martial strategy of Rigard II. You know his son Azum borrowed a great deal of his father's strategies. Okay, is it here? No, it's the history of the North, which I read fully, back to back. History of the Dragon Coast. Okay, that's also new. Wait a moment. Your priest spells. Did you... Okay, it did re-memorize them after you were resurrected and got your extra enchanting ring on. History of the Dead 3, we read them. North. Is searching for more prophecies. North. North. Magic Orb and Priest of Ogma.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Shadowdale. Shadowdale. Hethia. North. 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 Chosen of Mistra.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Bell in the Depth. The Watcher.
I should have joined the
Welcome
army.
home. And last one up here is this. I'm still searching for another part of the prophecy, as I assume prophecy is speaking about me. Hello there.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
Hello there. Hello there. And Shadow there. Let's come together to ascend the stairs to our doom. Let's go up there. Go to Priest of Ogma.
These walls contain the world's knowledge.
Hello, I'm the level coordinator. Is there anything I can help you with? Where could I find Tethra? Very busy man, and Uront in his apartment on the 6th floor. But we are in the 3rd floor now, I think. Which is our target. Luck. Shadow there.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
That's a Zune. There's Hateful coin. I think we read that. Another reader. He won't say anything interesting. Okay, those are the Iron Throne leaders.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my classes.
I'm going the other way now. North. Shield. Shadowdale. Shadowdale. I'm wanting more prophecy, so I'm going up. I know they're here, so should be able to just go up.
These walls contain the world's
Course is
knowledge.
6. We're now in 4. Person named Chista.
No, excuse me, but I'm late for my
Leave me
classes.
be, stranger. I've work to do. Do not recognize me? It's Joe. I'm certainly Joe. I did not recognize your face. My apologies. I trust your journeys have been comfortable. The cloakwood can be cold this time of year. I hope you excuse me, or I should go. Of course, I will not. How did you know I had gone to the cloakwood? I have relatives in the region. Yes, they have the seen and sent a note on your progress. But sister, you've never mentioned any family before. We're a stranger and do not see each other often. There was no need to mention it. I really should be going now. There's things I must do. I think you're lying to me, sister. You're not the same man I knew. You would do well to leave me be. I'm tired of this game and take your questions and go away, monkey. Oh, I have more questions to ask. For starters, who are you? I'm your death. A doppelganger stole Shista's appearance. Fortunately, I forced the monster to reveal its true identity. Unfortunately, there must be more of the creatures disguised as others I know and trust. That's a greater doppelganger. It's the first time we've met one of those. He didn't even... he did cast haste on himself. And he didn't hit one of ours yet, but he's doing 2 attacks for every 1 attack we do. Damn haste. And we get Garnet. Great. And no one can take this ring. Trusting that ring. Trusting that person. Locked. Go to the Moonstone. So nothing important here, so I'm not going after the other locked ones. Ah, no need to. Oh, another one. That's just... I'm not really needing anything except better stuff than +2, which I don't know whether it exists at all. I'm just going through the bookshelves here to see if there's another prophecy. Coast. The last one is Shadowdale. Okay. Now going past these rooms to have them here. See? We're searching for the unicorn run for that one side quest. Other bookshelf. Breeze, blindness. And blindness. And a pillow. You can't lock a pillow. Okay, let's go to floor 5.
Our library is a man's harem of knowledge.
Joe, good to see you. I trust you are well. As well as can be expected, Pietro. How have you been? Oh, I pine for the days when you and Gorion still called Candlekeep home. You brought a bit of energy into these wars. I shall have to speak with you later at length, but for now you must rest. Gorion's old room is the third on the south corridor, just as it was. I think there are a few things for you there as well. The third on the south corridor. Yeah, just greeted me warmly and welcomed me back from me. He also said there may be some items left for me in Gorion's old room. My old friend Pietro has informed me that some items were left in Gorion's chamber for me. I imagine that it's most important for me to examine them. After I searched Gorion's room, I should continue my investigation into the Iron Throne leaders. Can I please save? Thank you. Took him so long to disappear here. Hey, friend. After you retrieve the scroll, it would be good of you to see Tetherel. He is waiting for you just upstairs. That's good, and that's a ladder. So the ladder. Hello Joe, if you're reading this, it means I have met an untimely death. I would tell you not to grieve for me, but I feel much better thinking that you would. There are things I must tell you in this letter that I might have told you before. However, if my death came too soon, then I would have never been given the chance. First off, I am not your biological father, for that distinction lies with an entity known as Baal. The Baal I speak of is the one you know of as a divinity. In the crisis known as the Time of Troubles, when the gods walked Faerun, Baal was also forced into a mortal shell. He was somehow forewarned of the death that awaited him during this time. For reasons unknown to me, he sought out women of every race and forced himself upon them. Your mother was one of these women. As you know, she died in childbirth. I've been her friend and on occasion lover. I felt obligated to raise you as my child, and I hope you still think of me as your father. You're a spacious child. The blood of the god runs through your veins. If you make use of your expensive library, you will find that our founder Eluinu has many prophecies concerning the coming of the spawn of Baal. There are many who will want to use you for their own purposes. One, a man who calls himself Saravok, is the worst danger. He has studied here at Candlekeep and thus knows a great deal about your history and who you are. Okay, so we got our confirmation about us being Baal's son.
Perhaps this group needs not quite as much help as I thought.
Those are other private chambers. I should not really get into them. But that's a bookcase. It's an empty bookcase though. We could steal a gold necklace, but no need for that. Tree of the Moonsea. Tree of the North. Oh, God damn it, Corin, you do that. Nero was down there somehow. Okay, I'm taking the big chest. Has something interesting for me. You got. Okay, let's go up then. 6th floor.
Our rules are very strict.
You there, stop and surrender yourself. You are accused of murdering the men Brunos Kostak, Theodore Thanwich and Grieta Anshu. If you give yourself up now, you will be assured of a fair trial. What? I didn't murder anyone, so I'm perfectly willing to go to trial. My innocence of this accusation should be refuted quickly with any fair court of law. I'm glad you still have some of the sense Gorion taught you. Please follow me. I'm sure everything will be sorted out quickly. And we're in a prison. Oh no. I'm pressing just any button so I can load. 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 Please! Let me load. Thank you. Okay, don't go to the 6th floor. As we're supposed to do this, we did go down twice. Okay. So, the next episode we will open by finally killing the leaders of the Iron Throne. Yay! So, see you tomorrow. Have a nice day.